Inland Sports.
And now join us here on the Inland Sports Show. She is a CIF state champion in the 3,200 meters from Santiago High School, Rylee Blade. And Rylee, first off, congratulations on the state championship. When you're up there on the podium and you're the first place finisher and you're getting the medal, I mean, what is that feeling like?
It's pretty great. It's like something that you always like shoot for, like at the beginning of the season. I think it's pretty much everyone's goal from the start. But to be able to get there, it's like a huge accomplishment because it's like everything you've worked for, you have achieved now, and it's like everything's all coming together at once.
So going into the season, did you really think, you know what? I'm a state title contender, or did you feel like, man, there's some good runners out there. I'm gonna have to really drop my time if I'm gonna have a chance to, well, I don't know, even one, make state, and two, maybe win state.
My goal from the start was just a podium. I didn't think that I could win state this year, seeing how fast the times were last year at state. And I didn't know what I would run like this year because I didn't really have a freshman year because I was injured. But I just kind of wanted to like go into it just shooting to podium from the start. But I honestly didn't think that I could win.
Well, I've got your times right here, and you had a winning time of 10 minutes, 2.19 seconds. I mean, that's a ridiculous time. How much time did you shave off of your previous best to win the state championship?
I think it was like 19 seconds or something.
Were you surprised? Like when you crossed the finish line and you're looking at the times, you're like, are you serious? Like, were you surprised?
Yeah, I didn't even see my time crossing the line because it hurt so bad to where I wasn't even having my eyes open coming down the finishing stretch. So I didn't see my time until they told me afterwards, and I was just shocked to hear my time.
I mean, and what did you think? Like, there's like no way. Like, is it really me? Like, is it my name next to that 10:02? Like, who is this?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Even like after seeing our first mile split, there was like I kind of knew from the start I would have trouble breaking 10:10. So then hearing that was kind of really insane.
So, now that you're a state champion and you win the 3,200 meters, does that kind of invigorate you a little bit in terms of, now you can set your goals even bigger? I don't know if you're thinking, I want to be a multi-state champion by the time you're done in your high school career. Are you thinking, I don't know, Olympic trials down the road? I mean, has it kind of opened your eyes to maybe some bigger goals down the road?
Yeah, it's definitely opened my eyes. Knowing that I have run close to the 10-minute barrier, like trying to get under it. It kind of like helps me for next season to put that as a new goal, like to break 10, because that's a really hard one. Like getting under that 10-minute barrier is extremely hard. So it kind of like opened my eyes for like what I can do maybe next season and moving on, and hopefully maybe trying new events when if I go to college and start running in it, which I want to do. Maybe trying to go for like maybe a 5,000 or something, seeing how I'm a little bit better towards the longer distances.
Mm-hmm. So would you say cross country is your specialty, or distance races are your specialty? Like, what would you say?
I'm kind of not like, I don't really know because I can do the mile. I've done the 800 a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I've done 400 here and there, and then I've done all the way up to the 3 mile. So it's kind of just a mix, but I'm kind of leaning more towards the 2 mile, the 1 mile, and the 3 mile right now. So.
And then Riley, going back to, you said you had an injury your freshman season. Does it make winning state, does it make it more rewarding having to fight back after an injury? And I don't know how significant the injury was, but, just kind of rehabbing and getting back to where you were, and obviously even better to win a state title from that injury.
Yeah, it kind of is pretty crazy right now because last season I could barely run 3 miles at this point because I had maybe 2 weeks of season coming off because I had broken my foot. So I was out basically the whole entire time. So it was definitely a challenge getting back to cross country even because I have to shoot straight for that 3 mile, and then coming down the track, kind of having that base off of cross country helped me for track. And I was able to perform better
Mm-hmm.
than I kind of expected having the base going into it.
Rylee, how did you get started in distance running? Did you have a mom or dad who ran? Did you have a sibling? Did you just, in school, you had a coach say, hey, come try, cross country or track and see what you think? Like, how did you get first introduced to the sport?
It was kind of multiple things. My mom ran track when she was in high school and she ran in college, but she was a sprinter. She didn't do any distances. And then I started elementary track just for like fun because I had done soccer, so I had a little bit of endurance. So I tried like the 800. And my coach right now was actually a club coach, and he was at that track meet. And he came up to me and like asked me to come out for the club team after seeing me run. So I kind of started in seventh grade, really, training with him, and then now all the way up until my sophomore year, I've been with him.
Is it crazy to think like, what if you said, nah, I'm not going to run. That's not for me. I'll stick to soccer or something else. I'm not going to run. But you followed through it, and look, now you're a state champion. Do you ever think like, man, what if I didn't do that?
Yeah, I kind of think about that a lot because I could have like easily just like walked away or like not given him my mom's phone number or anything, even after seeing that, because I'm like, running, that's kind of difficult. But making that decision to go out was definitely one of the best decisions that I had made. So it was I'm really glad that I did.
Well, I don't know. I know Mike Fleming. He's a buddy of mine at Santiago, the girls soccer coach. Do you still play soccer, or have you just completely solely focused on your running career now?
No, I stopped maybe 2 weeks before going into my freshman year because I kind of knew with the mileage going up for cross country that it was going to be way too much on my body. So it was a really hard decision because I played soccer ever since I was like 4. I made a decision just stick with track because I knew I had a better future in it.
And, for immediate future, are you thinking college scholarship? Are you thinking I want to go, run for a Division I program? I mean, what's kind of your immediate goals maybe right after high school?
Yeah, that's my goals right now. I really want to go D1 on a scholarship. So I'm looking into that, seeing what programs have what I want to be for when I go to college, and just trying to like balance out like different situations about it.
Have you thought about what you want to study yet, like a major?
Yeah, I want to be a PA right now and like major in kinesiology.
Oh, very good. So it looks like, and I'm sure the state championship helped in terms of recruiting and getting publicity and exposure. Do you feel like your name is out there a whole lot more now that people are like, oh, Rylee Blade, the 3,200 meter champion in California, which if you win a state title in California, that's a big deal. We got some of the best athletes in the world right here in California. Do you feel like your name's out there a little bit more now since winning that state title?
Yeah, I definitely think that my name went out there a lot more, especially since there's a lot of like HG runners and all of them, they post all about like what happens at state. And I think that helped to get my name out there. And then there have been a few articles like within the Inland Empire stuff about it. So I definitely think that's helping to get exposure.
Well, Rylee, listen, congratulations, man. We were so fired up to see you win on Saturday night up there. I think it was at Buchanan High School, right, in Clovis, I want to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, man, gosh, congratulations so much, and best of luck in the future. I really appreciate you taking the time to join us here on the Inland Sports Show.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. That's Rylee Blade from Santiago High School here on the Inland Sports Show. Thanks for clicking on this Inland Sports video. If you're a local business or an organization and you'd like to promote here on the Inland Sports Show, just send us an email, inlandsportshow@gmail.com.